Welcome back to the Lowtail Lounge, everybody. And for today's deck video, I'm playing something I've never played before. Today, I'm going to be playing a deck built a single prize Klawf from Paradox Rift. Now, apparently, this deck used to be a thing. I don't know if it was actually in the meta, but a lot of people played it. I want to say it had a build for a time that it was in the meta. Never played the deck back in the day, and I never even really looked at the card. But for some reason, I just happened to look at it and realized this card can be played right now. Let's take a look at the deck list. Here is our previously mentioned Klawf. It has the Unhinged Scissors attack, it costs 2 colorless energy, and it does 30 damage, plus, if this Pokemon is affected by a special condition, this attack does 160 more damage. That means as long as this crab has something wrong with it, it's going to swing for 190 damage for 2 colorless. It's not bad for a single prizer. My first thought when reading this card, poison package. We're pairing Klawf with Brute Bonnet. Brute Bonnet has the Toxic Powder ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon has an Ancient Booster Energy Capsule attached, you may make both active Pokemon poisoned. We poison our own Klawf, and now we swing for 190 damage. But because he's poisoned, we can attach a Binding Mochi to it. Attacks used by the poisoned Pokemon this card is attached to do 40 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon, which means this takes our attack damage up to 230 damage for 2 colorless energy, and as long as he's poisoned. That's not entirely bad for a single prize Pokemon. There's actually a decent amount of things that a poison Binding Mochi Klawf can knock out. And believe it or not, we have a really easy way to get 2 colorless energy attached to our Klawf turn 1 of the game. Provided we're going second, of course. We're going to use Joltik's Jolting Charge attack for 1 colorless energy. Search your deck for up to 2 basic grass energy cards and up to 2 basic lightning energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like, then shuffle your deck. So if we're lucky enough to have 2 Klawf on our field when Joltik attacks, we can power up both Klawf at the same time and they're ready to go for the rest of the game. As I mentioned with Brute Bonnet, we are playing Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. It's kind of going to be essential to the game. The Ancient Pokemon this card is attached to gets plus 60 HP, recovers from all special conditions, and can't be affected by any special conditions. We're also going to run Crispin, seeing how we are playing both electric and grass energies, just in case we're not lucky enough to get that Joltik out on our first turn to attack. Crispin allows us to search our deck for up to 2 basic energy cards of different types, reveal them, and put one of them into your hand, and attach the other to one of your Pokemon. As long as you have an attached energy per turn, you can attach both energies from Crispin in 1 turn. Now because we plan on poisoning both active Pokemon, we're going to run Atticus. You can use this card only if your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 7 cards. We're also going to run Town Store just to have additional stadium bump, and also if we don't have an Arven to get our Mochis, or our ABCs. Once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for a Pokemon Tool card, reveal it, and put it into their hand, then that player shuffles their deck. Now because our opponents can use Town Store, they can also go get tools on their turn, but we can take away their tools as quickly as they can get them. We're going to play Tool Scrapper in this deck, because I've been dying to play this card since it released in White Flare. Choose up to 2 Pokemon tools attached to Pokemon, yours or your opponent's, and discard them. I've been really dying to give this card a shot, so I'm going to try to use it today. Now because our deck plays nothing but basic Pokemon, we can really benefit from Latias EX, who has the Skyliner ability. Your basic Pokemon in play have no retreat cost, so they can boss up whatever they want, but as long as Latias is in play, we can put that Klawf right back in the active. For our ace spec of choice, we're going to play Precious Trolley. Search your deck for any number of basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. Because we're playing nothing but basic Pokemon, this is kind of the ace spec for the deck, and that's essentially the deck. Now I said I had this idea when I read this Klawf card, and I did, but I did look up this Klawf just to see if anyone has done anything with it, and it turns out that Totodile Gang had the same idea I did, using the poison package for Klawf. I did use his deck list as a starting point, but I made very significant changes, and it's basically an entirely different deck. And I will say I'm glad that I did look it up, because I would not have thought to use Joltik to get the 2 energies to put on the Klawf. I would have ran just straight dark energy, tried to manipulate more poison stuff, because I did try this deck without Joltik, and it didn't work. It was way too slow. But before we continue, if you have any ideas or suggestions to help improve this deck in any way, drop those suggestions down in the comments below. I'll try them out sometime, and I'll let you know how they worked. If you're interested in trying this deck out for yourself, the deck list can be found in the description below and currently on screen. Also, if there's a specific deck that you would like to see played right here on the lounge, drop those deck lists down in the comments below, and one of us here on the lounge will play it. We're always looking for new things to play. Now with all that said, let's get into the games. Yeah, see Dark Sleeves? We got the Joltik, but we didn't get the Arven or Precious Trolley. So this may be a slow setup. Thank God they mulliganed. Oh, they're playing the Marnie deck. Okay. I don't think I've really went up against this before. Maybe like once. Maybe twice. I don't know. That's not the supporter I was wanting to get. We've got to get an Arven on that top deck. We've got to get an Arven top deck. What do you do? Let me rate you! Once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for a Marnie's Pokemon, reveal it, and put it in their hand. Okay. Man. Pokegear. Okay. Let's Crispin. Get those. Why did I do that? I meant to get a Klawf on field before I Crispined and put both of those on Klawf. Retreat. Oh no, I wouldn't have been able to donk. So yeah. Because I can't poison without the ABC, which I don't have. And 30 damage will not knock out an Impidimp. So let's go ahead and Jolting Charge. And hopefully they just don't have the gas to set up. If they got Rare Candy, they can get Grimmsnarl out right now. Which they do, of course. Which does what with that ability? I forget. Oh, dang, it gets energy. Yeah, I don't think we win this game. I desperately need an Iono. Well, we can go get a Fez. Draw 3 cards. We did get the Brute Bonnet. But I have no way to get the ABC. Crap. God, this sucks. What do you do? Stay 40 damage for each dark energy attached to this Pokemon. Jesus! Yeah, we have no way to win already. Let's do a whopping 30 damage. Give me that. Oh, my third Klawf is prized. Well, crap. Can I have an Arven? Of course I can't. Well, I would have liked to, Oh, yeah. Flip the script. Arven, please? That's even better. That's even better. Just giving me the ABC straight away. And let's boss you up. And let's knock out this Morpeko, because it can swing for quite a bit of damage right now. I mean, so can the Grimmsnarl, but... we'll knock out what we can. We'll take what we can get. Well, that's a good play. Get all those energies back in deck. There's the Mulgrim. And there's another Morpeko. Honestly, I may have to knock out that Morgrim. If I can. Because I didn't get the Klawf from prize cards. So I'm going to have to get a Night Stretcher, unfortunately. There's Iono, which will not help. Yep. I got to get a crab back. Even though it does not matter at this point. But we did get the Super Rod, so that's a plus. Give me the crab. You didn't give me the crab. Let's go ahead and drop you. Let's attach you. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, I forgot I had Artisan out still, so I could have got crab. Oops. Oh, I didn't have the Christmas to power it up because it was in the hand I owned it away, but that's all right. It's all right. Well, let's at least poison. Just so that way something happens to Grimmsnarl this turn. Yeah, we didn't have a good opening hand at all. We had a very abysmal opening hand. They Ultra Balled for the Grimmsnarl, so they get energies for Morpeko. Unfortunately. They used their attach for turn on Morgrim. Thought they would have saved the one energy attached to Morpeko. They Ultra Balled for a Grimmsnarl, did they not? I thought I seen them grab it last turn. There's an Ultra Ball right there in discard. You boss up the Fez for the knockout. Yeah, exactly the knockout too. That's unfortunate. That is highly unfortunate. What can I Arven away? grab you and get Fez back. Flip the script. Yeah, we have to poison because I don't think we knock out without poisoning. Oh yeah. Yeah, that puts us there, I think. As long as they don't get a boss, I think we have one more turn. No, we don't. Hang on. How much did Morgrim attack for? 180? I think Ursaluna survives. Unless they retreat and attack with the Morpeko. That's going to be just enough, isn't it? Okay, they're playing the Iono. Dang, of course that was just enough. Well, obviously more than enough, but still. Thought I had a very slim chance right there at the end. At least to buy a couple more turns. Ooh, okay. We got the Joltik. We got the Klawf. We did not get the Arven, unfortunately. But we still get a top deck on our turn. So... Nest Ball, I have to get Latias. Because I have a Crispin. So if I don't get the Arven, I can still power up. But I desperately need the Arven so I can get Mochi. Or ABC, I mean. Greninja EX? I ain't went up against this yet on PTCGL. You did not get the Froakie down turn 1. We did get the 1 energy too. So let's Artizone. Let's Nest Ball. Nest Ball for Latias. Artizone for Brute. Let's do that. And let's go ahead and do the Joltik. Attached to your Pokemon. So yeah, they go to the Pokemon directly. So we ain't going to do that. We're just going to get the 2 for this Klawf. Now, if we can get an Arven next turn, or top deck the ABC, we'll be in a good spot. I'm just not a fan of them being able to use Artizone right now. I need to top deck an Arven, top deck the ABC, or top deck a town store. All 3 of those options get me my ABC. There's their Froakie. See, they didn't need the Artizone. They got Buddy Buddy Poffin. I wonder if that was their top deck, because they didn't play Buddy Buddy last turn. Frigibax. So they're going for the Baxi line. I am a fan of Runaway Draw. So I appreciate them using that. And they didn't use it! That was not what I needed at all. Crap. Well, I guess we can get another Klawf. Get the deck shuffled. Joltik's still here, might as well use it. Because Klawf can't swing unless he's got some status on him. So I really need my Arvin or my ABC or my Town Store. Other than that, I'm set. I'm ready to go. Sidekick. Now they run away draw. Am I really not going to get to play this game because I can't get one of the 3 cards? Can I use your Arvin as well? I'm struggling here. There's 2 ways I can get an ABC, and I can top deck an ABC directly. But none of those 3 things are happening. Are you going to use Evo this turn? How much damage does that do? 170 for 1 energy. Jesus. Hold on. Oh, because he was weak to fighting. That's right, that's right. Alright, I need an ABC on this turn. That's not gonna help me. Man. Get that Greninja out of active for a bit. Swinging for a whopping 30 damage. $30 damage. I just need a single ABC. That's all I need right now. If they're both prized, I'm gonna be a little bit upset. 2 or 3. Forget how many I run. Really? You really had to have a surfer? Come on now. Well, that's really unfortunate. Doesn't help me. Alright, we have one immediately powered up. But unless they have a way to get exactly 2 energy on again. I'm going to sacrifice the Brute Bonnet. I couldn't have bossed it because I played Crispin. I'll sacrifice the Brute Bonnet because I should have one more in deck, hopefully. You couldn't have done that earlier? I would have loved to have an Iono done earlier. And look, now I got my town store. Now I got my Arven. But it don't matter now. Because they're going to knock out the Brute Bonnet. So I desperately need one more Brute Bonnet in deck. We're going to find out if it's there shortly. Precious Trolley will be a little bit helpful too, because we can get Fez. And we can get our Brute Bonnet for it as well. Get another Crab. All right. We do got Brute. Let's go ahead and throw you down. You would need 2 energy to attack, though, because they've only taken 4 prizes. So let's Arven and get ABC. How many Iono are in this deck? 1 or 2? I don't remember. Let's get rid of Artisan. Now we can get our Mochi. Let's Fez. Flip that script. And we did get the Iono. We don't have to Pokegear for it. Okay. Let's go ahead and attach that. Oh yeah, I can't Iono because I played the Arven. Duh. Alright, so let's... Toxic Powder. We're finally doing something here. 230. Yeah, Blood Moon, a Poison Blood Moon still would not have knocked that out in that one hit, so I think it would have done. What does he swing for? Hold on. 240, yeah. So yeah, he just wins the game right here because he's got 3 energies on it now. So yeah. Well, that was a really unfortunate game. Ooh, that's a cool shirt. Okay, similar start as the last game just now, with Joltik and Klawf both. But we at least got our ABC and a Mochi this time. We got a Nest Ball to get Brute. We may have a good turn too. Hopefully. I don't know how we fare up against Ethan's Typhlosion, though. Yeah, just get immediately set up. It's fine. don't need 2 ABCs now. We go Arven. Give me Trolley, actually. Duh. That's the main thing of getting Arven turn 1, is being able to get all your basics out. I almost forgot about that. Let's go ahead and grab a second Mochi. So Trolley, getting a Brute, a Crab, a Latias. Actually, let's do Squawk, because we're not going to have much in the hand. We've got our 1 energy to attach, thank God. Let's put on 2 Mochis. Let's put on the ABC. And let's Squawk. Because we might as well. Okay. And we might as well just go ahead and poison. Ensure we get 10 damage on Cyndaquil there. You know what I just realized? I could have put a Mochi on Joltik and do 40 damage when getting 2 energies. Or getting 4 energies. I wonder if that would have worked. Because Mochi increases the damage of poison Pokemon by 40 damage. This attack does no damage, but if he's poisoned with a Mochi, I wonder if it would have done 40 damage. Now I wish that would have been a Town Store instead of an Artisan, and I would have tried that. We've got Latias out. So we can switch. This is how turn 1 going second is supposed to look. It's beautiful. It worked out great. So I at least got to show the setup. That's the important thing. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, I don't know if we'll win or not, but we can at least do things. We are fully set up. It probably wouldn't hurt to have one copy of Turo or Penny in this deck to pick up Squawkabilly, or pick up anything that we might find ourselves needing to pick up. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. They're doing a lot of things. Man, you would have to have TM Evo. I was thinking about bossing up that Pidgeotto. So you can't get Pidgeot. Yeah, because we don't swing for 280. Dang, man. Well, we got a second Brute and second ABC ready to go if we need it. So let's... What am I doing? Retreat. Bring up Crab. Toxic Powder. Okay, so when you evolve, you do get rid of status conditions. I didn't think you did. Yeah, we're not gonna throw away all of this. Oh. I mean, they'll be able to get another one next turn. But we can go ahead and knock this out. I mean, they have 2 more right here, so they're going to get another Typhlosion. This ain't going to hurt them any, but at least they don't have one immediately ready to go. What does the Victini do? Attacks used by 10 more damage. Dang. Okay. That's insane. So, yep, there's the other Typhlosion. knew they had the resources to get it. I knew they weren't going to be hurting none, but... as long as they don't have an Iono in hand right now. What's going to be really funny... what's going to be really funny... is I have exactly the backup Brute Bonnet and ABC in hand. Oh yeah, don't forget the poison. Poison. Now I got this Typhlosion. Hopefully any remaining Typhlosion is in their prizes. And hopefully they don't have access to Night Stretcher or Super Rod right now. Of course, with Pidgeot EX on field, they have access to get those cards back. It's just a matter of time. And it's just a matter of not being able to... or it's just a matter of not having everything prized. Hopefully... They got the boss. I just seen it. So what I'm seeing is I need to get a Night Stretcher. And hopefully have one more ABC in deck. There's the Typhlosion. Play the boss's orders. Yep. I only have 2 of those in deck. Oh, I'm pretty sure I discarded the 3rd ABC. Didn't I? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've only got 3 ABCs in this deck. Well, they've effectively crippled us. However, we can go get a Fez, just because. Fez is prized. So let's use Mew. A Crispin would be really great right now. But to get one, I'd have to play the Professor's Research, which means I still couldn't play it. I hope they don't get another boss or a counter catcher or anything. Because if they boss up Mew, then we're done. If they boss up Mew and knock it out, then we're done. Because I have no psychic energy. That only does 20 damage and move and attach up to 2 basics from the discard pile. They had quick search, so they can. Of course, they had the boss in deck. Because why wouldn't they? Of course, things can't go right for me ever. Only my opponent ever gets to get exactly what they want when they need it. Crap. And Blood Moon's prize too. God, that sucks. That's... I'm not gonna lie, that kind of really upsets me. 30 damage! because they had to have the boss in deck. It couldn't have been in the prize, or they couldn't have been out of bosses. That really sucks. I'm kind of genuinely upset about that. I had two options. They had the boss, knocked out one, and the second one was prized. You don't need the hero's cape. I'm not going to knock that thing out now. This game started off so good. And then just immediately went to crap. Now we just gotta sit here and wait to get knocked out. There it is. I will say, despite that game going incredibly not in our favor, our first turn, going second, went perfectly. Great opening hand, like the perfect opening hand, actually. And just getting the setup to do the thing and to get set up for our second turn. It worked out incredibly perfectly. And then everything went wrong after that. I knocked out two Mons and then just immediately downhill. Well, everybody, that's going to wrap it up for today's deck video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, you can hit that like button, and if you want to see more content from us as it comes out, you can hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to check back in tomorrow for your weekly unboxing, and until the next time I see ya, you all take care.